The muttered, excessively tanned, envious man-child who plasters his disheveled hair to his head is Gary King, the first officer of below-deck sailing yacht. As you may remember in Season 4, 1 year prior to the filming of this season, Gary was accused of physical assault by a member of the production staff. Nevertheless, Gary returned with the same title. Nothing can stop Bravo from achieving its objectives of making money off of as much drama as possible. As if he were a founding father of regulations, Captain Glenn remarked, "You're not following the fucking rules I set out. You're furious because you broke the rules, even though you understood what they were." Since it seems that accepting responsibility is not an option and that weak, pitiful explanations are more appealing, Gary attempted to place the blame for the rule-breaking on others. This below-deck star appeared to be at risk of termination due to the rules being broken and their aggressive defensiveness. "I don't feel good," Glenn replied, before disclosing what was making him uneasy. "King 100%. That doesn't seem fair to me. So the rules you explicitly set for others to obey are suddenly unfair because someone you like or are close with breached them? Or has your perception of what constitutes appropriate behavior changed over time because Gary has been acting in this manner for 4 seasons in a row?" Glenn remarked, "But you knew what the rules were, so you went ahead and did it anyway." He then declared that his golden child would receive a good punishment, €500 each. After tension subsided, the conference was adjourned. "We all saw Gary intoxicated last night, but he insisted, 'I wasn't drunk last night. However, what you say and what sticks are more important than reality.'" Detox and friends gave a $23,000 tip. Glenn informed Gary, Daisy, Keith, and the rest of the crew of his rules before he handed it out. "You guys will lose your tip if you go over the 2-drink limit." "All right, therefore I won't be changing my opinion. There are consequences to actions." He's not going to reconsider. A twist? Has Glenn retracted his prior statement? No, haha. Glenn distributed money to everyone, and those whose actions had consequences gave $2,055 rather than the $2,555 that was given to everyone else. Hold on. Those effects are so devastating that I can't even write since everything is trembling so much. Below-deck sailing yacht proceeded to its last charter guests, the ground still trembling from the 20% one-time penalty. Cloyce returned to trying to avoid killing anyone with his cuisine, and Captain Glenn resumed watching false information in his cabin. Glenn and Gary hugged it out because it's best to ignore it and become closer to the person you've betrayed than ever before. Glenn informed us that if Gary hopes to be a captain someday, he must get over this immature conduct. He needs to mature at this stage of his existence. However, does he? It seems like a trendy and profitable career path these days to have creepy old white men act like infants.